Thank you. A couple of things that we're going to set some ground rules. I don't sing. I'm rhythmically challenged. Kim Ballard can attest that she once tried to teach me the achy breaky at a conference years ago. It never happened. No, I kept tripping over my own feet. And I'm not the least bit entertaining. But what I am is a teacher. And what I'm going to talk about today is student engagement. And my background is motor learning, about how a physical skill is actually learned and mastered. And that's my background. Since I'm talking about student engagement, I can't engage you sitting in your seats. So what I want, if you like, to have you come down, and if you want to stay in your seats, you can. But if you want to come down and participate, come on down, sit by a bucket, and join in. Let's get off our butts this morning, all right? We're going to talk about the difference between participation in physical education and engagement in physical education. We have focused on participation. They show up, they get dressed, they put on their shoes, and they're there. And that's good enough. So we're going to talk about rethinking what it means to be engaged in physical education, how we can engage students in other ways. Okay, Kat? We're going to talk about gameplay. And some of what I tell you today, you're probably not going to be real happy about. But everything I'm going to tell you is research-based. I'm a research geek. I'm an egghead. I admit it. You should just hear my father all over my case about, you don't live in the real world, girl. But some of the research supports change. And we've got to begin to change. And change starts with you. Artie called me and said, what are you going to do? He asked me what I was going to do. I said, I'm going to have an old-fashioned revival meeting. That's what I'm going to have. And if you feel the Spirit, say amen at any time. Because we need a revival meeting. And I've got to start with the people in the choir. And you came to this conference because you're the people in the choir. You want change. You want us to see to be better. And so it starts with you. And it's like the wave. One person starts, the next one goes, and that's how we're going to get change. You won't get change through me. I can send students out with tools, but if they get into an atmosphere that doesn't support these changes, they just end up running up the white flag. And so the only way change is going to occur is through you. And so that's important. Next. We got to assess, folks. We got to assess. I know you've been hearing this over and over again. We've got to assess. But universities have to help you learn to assess. We have to use technology to assess. Universities need to start getting involved with public school teachers in helping you and using technology to help you assess. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Okay, student engagement. What student engagement is that kids put effort into learning, not winning the game, but actually learning the skill. So when you're talking about student engagement, you're talking about focusing on learning and not simply having fun. If fun contributed to kids' lifetime activity, I'd be all for it. But you know what the research says? If fun worked, our kids have had 30 years of fun. We've given them a good time in PE class. Well, if that worked, would we have the obesity problem we have today? What we're doing isn't working. So we need to rethink what we're doing. Part of what kids have to do is walk into your room and say, I'm going to work today in PE. I'm going to get better today. And in order to get better, you've got to work at it. You're going to fail some, you got to work at it. So we've got to change the atmosphere. Oh, we're in gym today, we're going to play games and have fun, to I'm in PE today, I'm going to learn something, I'm going to be more competent at motor skills.